Hey there, welcome to my Steam Deck unboxing. Today I'll be opening up my Steam Deck. Just came in, not the mail, but it came from FedEx. It's been on my porch for probably about 2 minutes before I picked it up. I don't know. I don't actually know how long it was out there, but this is the box it comes in. It's fairly nondescript. It tells you there's a broken glass inside. If you need it, there's an umbrella included. The box loves you, and there may be a companion cube in the box. This is from Valve, so I'm realizing that some of these symbols may actually be Valve-specific symbols. All right, so I'm going to use my handy Swiss Army knife. It's got 2 blades on it, but I'm going to use the smaller blade for this. Pretty exciting. So I pre-ordered this July 17th. 2021, which is almost exactly a year ago. And it came up for order almost exactly a week ago. So this is exciting. So I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've got hundreds of games in my Steam library. I'll put the actual amount in the graphic at the bottom of the screen, but I have a lot of games on Steam, and I've always kind of been tethered to my desktop computer upstairs. I have a new laptop that'll play some of the games. It works pretty well, but you know, this is the first time I've had a portable, dedicated PC gaming device, which is really freaking exciting. So here we go. Let's see what's inside. All right, right away I see this lovely giant card that is clearly asking for my attention. And you're supposed to plug it in and power it on, so that's good to know. It is an electronic device, so I'm actually not really all that surprised. What else you got here? You got, this must be the accessories. I think this is the main event here. I'm gonna just go ahead and remove everything from the box. Oh, this says it just has the power adapter, so I'll save that for last. So it comes in a plastic bag here. I tell you what, so I got the, I think it was $650 version with 512 gigabytes. It comes with a case, and I can already tell like the case is really solid. Second impression is, this is pretty big. This is a big thing that I'm holding in my hands. Substantial, you know? Maybe I'll do a little comparison to the Switch. Because, yeah, I feel like this is going to be quite a bit bigger. It's probably hard to really understand until it's actually in your hands. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a hard case on the front. There's sort of a strappy area on the back, I guess, that you can just kind of toss crap into. There's a little bag. I assume this is for the power supply. So I guess you toss the unit into here, and then you stick the power supply under this little strap here, which is kind of nice actually, because often like there's this side pocket that you have to cram the stupid adapter into, or it doesn't fit at all, and you have to kind of carry this power adapter separately, which is really freaking annoying. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. Looking at the zipper here, there's 2 white zipper pulls. Oh, look at this. It's a little thing that says Valve on it. But let's go ahead and apparently I have to cut this thing that says Valve on it before I can open this up. Other people might call it a zip tie, but I'm not going to stoop to their level. All right. Again, Swiss Army knife, SwissArmyKnife.com, I assume. You can get your own. Amazon.com has them as well. Go to Amazon.com/Corey to get the best deals. All right, so here's our first look here. Look at this. This is pretty cool. First thing I notice is the screen is enormous. This is like basically the size of my face. So that's a big screen. This is I can kind of already tell that it's going to feel better in my hands than the Switch does, because the Switch is it's like almost, it's too small in some aspects, and it's not very well molded to my hands, so my hands get really cramped up with the Switch. I can tell you, just holding this right away feels a lot better on my hands. So I don't know if I'm going to need like I have a case for my Switch that sits on the back and it gives it grips. I don't know if I'm going to need that here. So that's cool. Now looking at the hardware itself, you got this Steam button. You've got these two pads here. These are, I believe, like directional touch pads in addition to being buttons you can press. I'll have to figure that out. You've got the two analog sticks. You've got the D-pad. You've got kind of a little select button, or looks like it's got a picture of two windows here in the upper left-hand corner. You've got A, B, X, Y, and then this looks like sort of a mode switch button. It's got three little lights on it. You've got some speaker holes here. So yes, it can play sound. On the top here, you've got L1, L2, properly labeled L1 and L2, not left bumper and left whatever the hell Xbox calls stuff. You can turn the volume up and down. You've got a nice little headphone jack here, which is always nice. This, I think, is for the cooling fan. Here's your charging right here. It uses USB-C. Then you got your power button and the LED indicator, and then R1 and R2. And you know what's kind of cool? Kind of cool. It's a stupid little detail, but when you flip it up like this, that's how you're supposed to read these. So, you know, it's made to be used, which is kind of cool. Now, over here you've got R4 and R5 and L4 and L5. Now here's the question. I guess L3 and R3 is pressing the sticks, or at least it usually is in the controller arrangements. And I assume that this basically follows the same controller arrangements as anything else on the market. All right, so that's the hardware. I believe it's a touch screen too, but I'm gonna have to charge it up before I show any of that kind of stuff. Got my handy knife here. Again, I'm gonna use the small blade, SwissArmyBlade.com, excuse me. And if you want a good discount, you go to SwissArmyKnife.com/Corey. They're not official sponsors, and that URL might actually work, but let's say, you know, you go to that URL, you buy a knife, send me $5 in the mail. I won't argue with you. All right, so yeah, this is a little power adapter. Let's see if this power adapter, oh yeah, look at that, fits more or less right into this little pocket here. So yeah, that's the unboxing of the Steam Deck. Oh right, my theory was that this little bag is made for the power adapter. Which honestly, I'll probably leave this power adapter with the case because I have a bunch of USB-C high-speed charger thingies. Well, thanks for watching my unboxing. Maybe I'll show a little bit of like kind of booting it up and playing around with it, either in this video or in a future video. And if you really liked this video, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to make any more of these, but what the hell? Hit the button. I don't care. All right, we are back. Decided to go beyond the mere unboxing. So I just grabbed one of my USB-C dealies. I plugged this sucker in, turned on its own, got a beer. The first thing I want to do is have a little sip of beer. That's the Zero With thing, I should say. I got my Switch, and I just wanted to show them side by side. It is more substantial, right? Like, the screen, yeah, like the Switch screen goes to here. The Steam Deck screen goes to there. So the screen's what, an inch bigger, half an inch. I'm not holding it still. But like I was saying, the grippy parts really feel a lot better to me. So what I've done with my Switch is I have this external thing that I put the Switch into. It is upside down, but it slides right into there. Bada bing, you've got grips, but it makes it basically the same size. So yes, this is bigger than that, but because of the grips, and like it doesn't sit flat, like you can see that the grips make it kind of stand off from the table. Anyway, I don't want to belabor that point too much. So I came up to this interface. It's asking me to choose my language. I believe I'm speaking English. It's asking me to choose my time zone. I tell you what, the D-pad feels pretty good, which is good because you're not replacing it. Eastern time zone. I'm going to join it to my own Wi-Fi here. All right, connect. All right, I am online. All right, it is downloading an update. So I'll let it do that. 3 minutes away. 20 minutes or so. The update has downloaded. It's installed. I've logged in, which took a time or two. I started on my theme song for this show. We'll see if that goes anywhere. It might just be completely themeless. And now it just says, welcome to Steam Deck. Before you start playing, let's take a quick tour of the device. Press any button or tap the screen to continue. And so the on-screen keyboard was pretty good, honestly. Like, it's usually really hard to type on an on-screen keyboard. And I mean, this was still pretty annoying to type in my enormous Steam password. But, yeah, not bad so far. All right, this is the Steam button. Press to access your library, store, settings, and more. Press and hold to view Steam button shortcuts. Okay, that's interesting. This is the quick access button. Press to quickly view your notifications, friends list, quick settings, and more. Up here is the power button. I knew that already. Press once to suspend or resume Steam Deck. Press and hold to access the power menu. Over here are the volume buttons. Press and hold to adjust Steam Deck's volume, as I surmised. Last of all, down below is the micro SD card slot. Oh yeah, I see that. Expand your deck's storage capacity by inserting and formatting a micro SD card. Push the card in to eject. So you can do like, I think they come in a terabyte size at this point. I can say from experience, you don't want to use a micro SD as any sort of primary storage, but having like kind of small, simple games on it or ROMs for emulators would probably be pretty cool, actually. So I'm almost certainly going to look into that at some point. I probably have one sitting around here somewhere. Have fun. We hope you enjoy your Steam Deck. If you would like to see this tour again, you can access it from blah blah blah. All right, so now I'm in the sort of main UI here. This is cool. This is here's my games. Awesome. And this looks just like Big Picture on Steam. You know, if you have a Steam controller or you've accidentally hit the button, or you've done it on purpose, I'm sure some people are like consciously aware of this. There's this thing called Big Picture that's kind of intended for, well, for stuff like this or for a TV rather than a computer monitor. This is nice. So this is very familiar. I've seen it before. I mean, this is really cool that I have access to these games on this thing. I mean, does Flight Simulator actually run? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so as I'm scrolling through, okay, I see kind of there's two little icons right here. So the left hand icon, I guess that's the Steam Deck icon. It looks like a little eye, maybe. I don't know. It's a circle and then sort of a backwards C around the circle. And then I don't know if you can see it, but on Slay the Spire, there's a little green check mark. That means it works on here and that it's verified on here. So basically, there's two stages to the Steam Deck. Like, I can play my PC game on this thing. Um, there's it plays, and then there's it plays well, which the green check mark basically means it's gonna play well. RimWorld, I'm excited about because if you haven't played it, it's this awesome like sandbox game where you're building a space colony, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really excited that I have that portable. Disco Elysium is like a best game of the past couple years. Apparently, I bought it in the Steam sale. I haven't played it yet. I won't go through all my games, but Dyson Sphere program I'm really excited about. Flight Simulator, see the little like can't do it, so that's not gonna play. Dyson Sphere program is one that will play. I might have some problems, so we'll see. A lot of developers are updating their applications to be more compliant with Steam Deck. Apparently, I have unclaimed rewards. That's cool. But yeah, I can play Stellaris, Terraria, all the Jackbox games. City Skylines, I'm really excited about. That's one of my favorite games. Wildermyth is great. All my Jackbox crap. But yeah, so this is exciting. I'm going to get some games installed and maybe actually play one or two of them. Oxygen not included. I know somebody who is really into that game and would be really into having a portable mode on that game. Although, Guy, you probably play this on a laptop right now, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll let you know how it is handheld. I'm kind of excited about that. And it's got a green check mark, which means the developers have actually played it on this thing and made sure that it works well. Among other things, like it'll give you prompt, like it'll make sure that you, like when it's telling you like what the controls are, it'll tell you which button to use. It won't like give you like a keyboard button and then you have to translate that in your mind into one of these buttons. And there's a few other requirements, but yeah, when it has that green check mark, you're pretty sure that it's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'll let you know.